guys, I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Tiffany.
And we are
Sisters
Sisters of
of
the
the South.
South. We are coming to you today with another true crime story. But before we get started, we'd like to ask that you hit that like button if you like our true crime stories. Also, please subscribe and also hit that notification bell so every time Sisters of the South uploads a video, you can come share your time with us. Also, we would like to give a big shout out to our friends and vendor over at SoFly.
So fly,
SoFly,
not so small.
no more.
Yeah.
So SoFly is a family-owned business here in the Houston, Texas area, and they specialize in lasering and in embroidery. So what they do is they take an accessory such as a cap, a hoodie, a t-shirt. They'll even do tumblers, carving boards, and keychains, and they will specialize it to your needs. So you can put your logo, your name, your initials, whatever you like, on any accessory that you want. So they do have a different array of colors, and I know that you'll be happy because we get our merchandise done from them. So just to show you a little bit about what they do, we're going to show you a video. So here we go.
All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that video. Go check them out. Let them know we sent you. And if you do happen to buy something, send us a picture. We're always looking for something new.
Something new to put in our closet. Yeah. And we'll put their information in the description box below. So check them out. Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to turn the story over to Tiffany. So let's get started.
So, guys, this story is another one of those stories I found where how is it possible it's a suicide? So yeah, I know you don't know a lot about this story, so I'm kind of excited to share it with you and get your ideas from it because I'm pretty sure it matches up to mine. It's crazy.
Let's do it.
So Jessica Renee Johnson was born August 30th, 1979. She was a single mother of two. She had a 19-year-old son and an 8-year-old daughter, and they were all living with Jessica's parents in Horn Lake, Mississippi. According to Jessica's mother, Jessica had a wonderful personality. Loved to live and lived to love. She was an emotional woman that loved with all her heart. She could light up a room when she walked in. Jessica worked for Rock 103 local radio station and Channel 5 News in Memphis, Tennessee, which gave her the opportunity to attend many local events and meet a lot of actors and musicians.
Oh, cool.
Which sounds so awesome.
Yeah.
But Jessica had fallen into the wrong crowd and gotten involved in the drug scene, becoming a drug runner, getting her arrested in 2013. And this brings us to 11 o'clock a.m. the morning of Friday, June 2nd, 2017. A mail carrier in Horn Lake found the body of a woman hanging from a mailbox. Authorities identified the woman as Jessica Johnson. Jessica's body was found crouched in a squatting position on her knees, obscured by overgrown weeds. Her head was resting against the bottom of the mailbox post, and two shoelaces, which were tied together and wrapped around her neck, were attached to the top of the mailbox post. Her purse was open between her legs, her phone inside. Jessica's shoes were in the driveway with no laces. Rigor mortis had already set in. Horn Lake police questioned the homeowner, Jesse Isaacs. Jesse was a good friend of Jessica's boyfriend, Garland, and Jessica was known to stay at his house often. Jesse tells police Jessica and her boyfriend showed up at his house on Wednesday and that he had not seen the two together in quite some time. He said Jessica seemed off and was being even more dramatic than usual. His house is a well-known party house, so more people came over on Thursday night, the night before Jessica's body was found. And at some point, Jessica got into a fight with her boyfriend.
Okay.
So this is the timeline of everything that people know that happen.
Okay.
So, according to Jessica's family, Jessica left her home that she shared with her parents on Wednesday, June 31st, with her on again, off again boyfriend, Garland Hart. She told her mom they were going shopping at a thrift store to buy Garland some clothes. On Thursday, sometime before 4:30 p.m., June 1st, Jessica FaceTimed her daughter and mother. She was calling from the front yard of Jesse's house. She told them she would be coming home that night, but she never did.
Okay.
Jessica was supposed to pick up her friend Katie Jackson from work at 5 p.m., but did not show up until around 5:15. According to Katie, when Jessica arrived, she was almost hysterical, saying that someone had told her that Garland was in the house in the back room with two women. Katie said she gave Jessica 2 Xanax and then drove back to Jesse's house. Once back at the house, Katie told Jessica to stay in the car while she went inside to collect Jessica's things. Katie went inside and confronted Garland, who was just coming out of the bedroom with 2 women.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Garland told Katie that Jessica was irrational and he couldn't handle her, telling Katie that she should just take her home. Okay, so he just, well, you're irrational. I'm going to take these women back to this room. Sure. So Katie then returns to the car and tells Jessica that they were leaving. Jessica jumps out of the car, starts running around saying she needs to talk to Garland. Katie then leaves and never hears from Jessica again. Now, from what it sounds like is it was Katie's car.
Yes.
So Jessica was using Katie's car. That's why she needed to pick her up from work. So she just took off in her car and left Jessica there to deal with Garland.
Right.
So at some point, Jessica locks herself in a bathroom and calls a friend to come pick her up, saying she is afraid of Garland. When the friend arrives at the house, Jessica's nowhere to be found. And after waiting 45 minutes, her friend leaves.
No, I'm sorry. What time was this?
It didn't say what time. It just says at some point in the night.
Okay.
Because she showed up to pick up her friend at 5:15.
Yeah.
Then Jesse, the homeowner, claims that Jessica left the house around 6 p.m. So it had to be somewhere in the evening.
Okay.
Okay, so at 3:29 a.m. on June 2nd, which is the morning her body was found, Jessica's son receives a text from Jessica's phone saying Jessica would be spending the day with G, and G and I will see you later this afternoon. G being Garland.
Yes.
Okay, so that was the timeline of what they know happened. And then her body was found around 11 o'clock that morning. So June 3rd, the day after she was found, the police report was filed stating, no crime, young white woman hanging from mailbox already stiff.
Oh my gosh. Really?
Seriously? No autopsy was done, only a toxicology report, which the toxicology revealed high levels of and Xanax, which her friend had given her 2 Xanax.
Right.
DeSoto County Coroner's Office issued their report on July 12, 2017, stating the cause of death was asphyxiation due to ligature hanging and the manner of death was suicide. Coroner Jeff Pounder said that Jessica's death was the strangest he'd ever seen in 35 years, but his official explanation was based on evidence and the toxicology report. What evidence?
Yeah. What evidence as far as, listen, her shoestrings are tied around a mailbox. I mean, that had to stand at the absolute most 4 feet.
It was about 3 feet, a little over 3 feet is what it was.
With shoestrings that she hangs herself with by the street. First of all, someone who wants to commit suicide is not going to think to pull their shoestrings out and hang themselves from a mailbox.
Right.
That's not the first thing that you think.
Well, on top of all of this, the house is equipped with surveillance cameras, and there was a camera facing the mailbox. But no one knows if police ever reviewed the footage.
Oh, come on. Are you serious?
Well, yeah, it's a suicide, right? Which wouldn't you at least want to know
Oh,
what
absolutely.
happened, even if it was suicide.
Yes.
But Jesse, the homeowner, has been very evasive regarding the footage. He has claimed the camera wasn't working. Then he said that he didn't have the passcode to get the footage. And then he said that the footage could have been deleted or recorded over.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
Oh, I'm sure it was too.
Mm-hmm.
So Jessica's family just wants the Horn Lake Police Department to do their job. They say the police never preserved the scene. They taped around the driveway, not the mailbox.
What?
They were touching things that shouldn't have been. They were just
Careless.
careless with it. The family is circulating a photo of Jessica's left arm, which shows cuts, bruises, and a shoe print.
Mm-hmm.
So where did all those come from if she did this to herself? A shoe print?
Mm-hmm.
Family and friends admit Jessica was no angel. She struggled with drug addiction, but they say that doesn't mean her death should be dismissed, and I agree.
Absolutely.
Loved ones believe a combination of drug affiliations and an abusive relationship could be to blame for her death. They do not believe Jessica would have done this to herself. They say that if she were going to commit suicide, it would not have been in this way. According to Jessica's sister, she was too vain. She would have glammed up, taken pills, and gone to sleep looking like Sleeping Beauty, not displaying herself with no makeup from a mailbox.
On the side of the street at a ditch.
That's not your home.
That is not your home. Right.
And the family just needs answers. They did have her cremated, so there's no way of going back
Yeah.
to check the body. But what is it with these police and investigators just, oh, well, she's hanging, so she must have done it to herself.
But there's cameras. Get a warrant for that camera, pull it, and they have their ways of breaking codes to getting in and looking at
Yes.
that footage.
They
That
didn't
should
care
have been
enough.
done within the first 2 hours that the investigators arrived to the crime scene.
And I'm not the smartest. I'm not an investigator. But I'm going to say, if I came up on a body hanging from shoestrings and at a mailbox, I'm going to be like, what the? Something else happened here. There's
Yeah,
no way.
yeah,
How
you
could
would
she even tie the
yeah.
shoestrings?
You would not even think
It would
that's a
never cross my
suicide.
mind. I would think it was staged,
Exactly.
which I fully believe it was staged.
Well, I did see a little bit of a photo of the shoe print. I agree. It looks like a shoe print. It looks
Yes.
like a boot print, kind of to me. Like
Mhm.
it's got a thick tread to it.
Right.
And I think it was on her arm, right?
Yes, it's
Was it
all on her arm,
arm?
which the family didn't even see until it was her left arm, so it was up
Yeah.
against the mailbox. They didn't even see it until before the cremation.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are scab marks on her arm. They say that was from insect bites, which I don't. To me, it doesn't look like insect bites.
Almost look like cigarette burns.
Cigarette burns is what it looks like.
Or some kind of burns.
Right.
Listen, if it's, and if they're smoking or whatever, it could be from that.
Right.
Which would make a lot of sense because it seems to me as though her and her boyfriend both were addicts.
Yes, they were.
And so if they were both experiencing, a high at the same time and it got amped up and she's already scared he's going to kill her, obviously things got out of hand. He probably threatened her, and that's why she was calling friends and locking herself in the bathroom.
Yeah.
But
something happened after that phone call, between the phone call and her friend getting there.
Yes.
Which I don't know how far away her friend was.
Right. And I'm sure her friend has regret for leaving her there. But when, she's a grown adult, Jessica was a grown adult and she wanted to be left there regardless. So, her friend's not to blame, but I'm sure she relives that in her head
Of course.
all the time. So, but no, absolutely, she did not do that to herself.
No.
There's no way. There's no way. And I have done some research on, drug addictions and things like that. And from my gathering, does seem to cause breathing issues and things like that. So it's possible that he put her in some sort of chokehold or something and she lost consciousness and he panicked and he stuck her out there and staged the scene.
A
Or he
lot of
just
people
lost control.
a lot of
And
people online seem to think it was 2 people, which
yeah.
he was at a friend's house
Uh-huh.
with a
Well,
lot of friends around
there's going to be witnesses.
because, you know, you have the way she was propped up and tied. I mean, I
Mhm.
don't even think you could tie the shoestrings without having help anyway, because it's tied at the end of the shoestring. You don't have much
Right.
give.
Well, and then her purse was neatly put between her legs with her phone sitting there. So it sounds like they just brought her out there, tied her up, and just set everything there in a neat little area.
Okay, another thing was her code was changed. Her passcode was changed on her phone. So they believe whoever sent the son the text message changed her passcode.
Oh, I see.
The family has never been able to get any of that information
Mm.
to this day. Which, if it's a suicide, why couldn't they get that?
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
What the police should be able to step in and get a warrant from whoever the phone service is. They should have done that anyway.
well, to me, I mean, they're not investigating anything. Give the family the phone
Well, investigate
and
it, though.
everything. Yeah, but
I know.
of
We're
course,
talking
that should
about
have been the first thing, but they're not doing anything.
we're talking about small town, probably never handled a murder case like this or suicide case like that. They don't know what to do. And that's no excuse for being lazy. Um, it just it just angers me.
I feel like there's too much of it.
Yeah, there is too much of it. Yeah, too much of people who just don't want to do their job.
Yeah.
Seriously, and these are people's lives. It's they play around too much with it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I definitely think the boyfriend needs to be called in, um, and I think that he needs to be interrogated. Absolutely. Yeah.
So yeah, guys, let us know what you think. Have you heard of the story? What do you think happened to her? I'd love to hear it. But yeah, until our next episode, please remember to
See the good and stay imperfectly perfect.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.